Today, the moon goes into Pisces in the morning. Let's take a look at some self-care for a Pisces moon. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, July 23rd. With the moon going into Pisces around 6:20 a.m. Pacific time, you have to adjust for your own time zone, but we have this shift into the expansiveness of Pisces. Pisces is about the great ocean of being, right? Like how each of us is a drop in the ocean, which is such a great metaphor because not only are we just so little compared to the vastness of the ocean, but we are the ocean, right? If we are the drop, we are connected with all other drops. All the drops together make up the ocean. So thinking of yourself as a drop in the great ocean of being, you are interconnected with all other beings and you are co-creating the ocean, right, with all other beings. And so when you make a choice in your life or affirm something you believe in, something that's important to you, you have the potential to impact all of the other drops. It's like, because you are the whole ocean, right? Every part of the ocean is in every drop of the ocean. Kind of wild when you think about it. Um, so when we think about Pisces energy, there's sort of the challenging parts of the Pisces moon, which have to do with we can we can potentially lose our way, right? It's like the fog coming in, and we can kind of get confused or disoriented, kind of forget what we were doing, right? Where we were heading, why we were why we were doing whatever we were doing, and sort of get lost, right? And so that's the downside, but the upside is that that dream is beginning to infiltrate. So when we are choosing a positive dream, when we are connecting with what's important, what brings meaning to our lives, what our hearts want, connecting with that bigger truth, then we are affirming that when we lose maybe a particular thing or attachment to a certain way of things being, or a certain way that things have formulated in the past, we can open to that dream as it comes in and is changing us from the inside out, right? So the same way that something that changes the ocean changes every part of the ocean, and we are the ocean, we can dream that bigger dream of what we want, what's important to us, and feel that interconnectedness with all that is. So choose your dream, right? Choose your vision, connect with your heart's truth. What brings meaning to your life? What feels important in the big picture? What does love want to do through you, right? How are you loved unconditionally, and how can you love the world back unconditionally? So with Pisces, we have the opportunity to dream, to imagine, to connect with a bigger picture that maybe hasn't coalesced yet, right? Hasn't formulated yet, because Pisces is about letting go. It is about release. It is about transcendence. It is about letting go of attachments, the way we think that things should be, as we connect with a bigger picture that brings meaning to our lives. So thinking about it in the positive ways, we can connect. We can use this time, this Pisces moon time, to connect with that bigger picture of what feels important to us. This is a waning moon. We began this moon cycle with the new moon in Cancer. And you can see how the moon cycle, this particular moon cycle has been a beautiful example of this thing that I talk about all the time, which is like the in-breath of the moon waxing to full and the out-breath of the moon waning back to new again, right? It happens every month. It's this rhythm of life, rhythm of the cosmos. And so we had this moon cycle, we had the new moon in Cancer sort of planted the idea for us to connect with our emotions. Cancer is about feelings, emotions, the intangible ways of caring, right? Intangible things like how we show up for each other, how we care for ourselves, how we care for one another. And so really putting in motion an opportunity to take that up another level, right? And to, in that process, to confront some of the ways that caring shows up in our lives. What is our relationship with it? How do we make compromises around that? How can we shift into a better way of being, right? In showing up as a force for caring for ourselves and the world around us. We built to the Capricorn full moon, which was a potent Pluto conjunction during the full moon in Capricorn, final degree of Capricorn. I had some great videos over the weekend about the Capricorn full moon. Then the moons shift into Aquarius, bringing shakeup, change, themes of freedom, community, and how we are focusing on the future. So we had that building, and you could see that in the collective and how things were unfolding and sort of the heaviness and emotions that we had to process building up to that Capricorn full moon. And then there was kind of a release and a shift in energy, right? Real shift in energy around that Capricorn full moon. Pluto's influence really being felt there with the intensity. And now the moon is waning. Now we are post that full moon. And so now this is the out breath part of the moon cycle, and we are integrating, we are digesting, we are coming to terms with and sort of realizing the significance of what was released or revealed at the full moon. And so now we process, we digest, we integrate, we think about what it means, we think about how to shift gears to get ourselves in alignment with what we now know that we didn't know before. So that's where we're at in the moon cycle. And then we bring in the Pisces moon. As the moon is waning, it goes through Pisces, and we have this ability to really can feel our interconnectedness with others, right? Feel how we are all one, how we create things together, but also how we may need to let go of the way that we thought things work, or the way that we thought things should work, or think things should work, and open to this bigger picture of what is the dream. How do we just remember who we are and how to be in the world in a way that conveys and aligns with that dream? So self-care for a Pisces moon is to spend time for yourself, connecting with your big picture, with your heart's dreams and desires, with, again, this is your heart. What does your heart want? Not your ego, not what does your ego want? What does your heart and spirit want? What do you want on that bigger picture level? And so connecting with yourself, spending some time to either journal or do some art or get out in nature in ways that allow you to remember who you are, what you care about, and how to show up for yourself in that way so that you can be that drop in the ocean that is affirming the possibility of the dream that you can imagine. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Thank you for being here and subscribing, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.